one of the first piece of advice I always give every entrepreneur looking to raise money is if you're going to do 100 pitches, you're going to hear like so many contradictory things. Hi, Rooshy.
Hi, Mark.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me. I am the co-founder and CEO of Aavrani.
Okay,
and
great.
We are in the process of fundraising right now, so would love to share with you a little bit of background on myself and the company, and then get your advice on some of the growth efforts we are pursuing right now.
Great, can't wait to hear about it.
So by way of background on myself, I was born and raised in Michigan, but my parents are immigrants from India. So grew up just constantly celebrating and embracing the culture. And a big part of that involved the gatherings of women of our intimate immigrant community, grandmothers, mothers, daughters, aunts, coming together to recreate the skincare rituals that have been passed down generation after generation, using ingredients from our kitchens like turmeric, almond oil, and neem. And these treatments would address the skincare concerns we all face to some degree, whether it's dryness, acne, uneven skin tone, etc. And I personally got a newfound appreciation for them as I left Michigan and pursued my career in finance in New York. I started working really long hours and frankly eating very poorly, and it reflected in my skin in ways I'd never experienced. Severe cystic acne and dryness on my face. And so started spending hundreds of dollars on anything I could find, but nothing was really working or long lasting for me. And every time I would go back to Michigan to visit my family, my mother would carefully assess my face and craft a turmeric mask for me, similar to what we would create growing up. And it would instantly soothe my skin of all the irritation and actually resolve my acne for an extended period of time.
Wow.
And this experience was really that pain point that drove Aavrani. It was to deliver the best of India's ancient rituals, but in a ready-to-use, shelf-stable format to all women in the US. Yeah.
What's the name of Aavrani?
I'm so glad you asked that. It's centered around the word Rani, which means queen in Hindi. So our broader mission is around female empowerment, encouraging women to feel proud and confident in their skin, regardless of their complexion. In India and many other developing countries, there's a stigma around women changing anything about themselves to be beautiful, and a big part of that is skin lightening.
How many different products do you have?
So we have a dual-purpose cleanser mask, a toner, a moisturizer, then an eye cream. Our hero product is this first product, the Glow Activating Exfoliator. There's literally no other turmeric mask on the market that you can buy right now. It's ready to apply, so people have been loving it, and it's been a great entry point into the brand.
What's the big vision here? Do you want to have a really broad line in every skincare category? Do you want to go beyond skincare?
I envision Aavrani being the Indian-inspired brand for all things personal care. So when you say expand the line, I would think definitely within skincare, but then within hair care and body care, and intentionally not within color cosmetics or makeup, just because that's just not aligned with what our brand is or the fundamentals of the brand. But when they think right now, when people think what is the Japanese brand in the US, it's Tatcha. We would want to be that for India.
What do you hope is the takeaway or how people feel? Do you want people to feel better?
I want
do you
to
want
give
people
people
to healthier? Do you want them to look better? What's the
So I
mission?
want people to feel like they can use natural products and it will work really well for them. Right now, people want natural products or clean products.
Why do you want to do that? Why do you want to give people natural beauty products that work?
People want to be associated or affiliated with a brand that makes them feel good about themselves. And because it is a clean product that is centered around natural beauty, when women have good skin and they look good, they can wear less makeup, they're more confident in the way they look naturally. And
by the way, you're getting now towards something that sounds more like a mission. Keep asking why, and then you'll get to something. I think this is starting to be where there's no why. You want people to feel confident, feel good.
Yeah.
And so I think there's something there. And then this stuff about deliver the best, whatever. is more a vision. Vision is something that you could sort of achieve, and you could imagine the vision changing over time as the company grows and becoming bigger and bolder and things like that. The mission you just said, it seems much more inspirational than to deliver the best, beauty rituals to women. Do you see the difference?
Yeah,
but yet this is important. This would just be in more of the vision of what you're trying to create and where you're going. So I would have on the slide the mission and vision, and have the mission be really inspirational. Very first slide, I always tell everyone in these decks, having one page that's basically who are we, that basically just sets the stage for, like, in the most basic term, like, we're vertically integrated manufacturer, retailer. We sell direct to consumer. We launched this period. We've raised this amount of money. Kind of just like set the stage.
Yeah.
When investors first get decks, it's funny. It's usually not until you kind of get halfway through, you kind of, all these pieces start coming together. But it's always good right up front, like, to just frame like where you are.
Yeah.
And what exactly is it? Like, it's so funny how some people, it has to be so basic that just a kid reading it can get what it is.
Yeah.
Like, is it an app? Is it a website? Do you just manufacture and sell through brick and mortar? Do you sell direct? Do you sell both to brick and mortar and direct? Like, some of these very basic questions that maybe you just in your head is like being obvious, but you just don't know.
Right.
So you try and it takes a long time to get it right, where that first slide in its most basic form answers all those questions.
Sure. Yeah. No, I totally.
Are you selling direct to consumer, or are you selling in brick and mortar?
Direct to consumer.
Okay, yeah. So that's something that doesn't even, I wouldn't know that at all. There's nothing in here that says anything about direct to consumer.
Right.
If you had, I always like early on, the anecdotal stuff works really well. Like either quotes, a video, talking to South Asian women and asking them, are there any products like this? Are there any, oh, there's nothing, like I go to India and that's when, that kind of thing. Like that, your story resonated with me, but hearing it from people that aren't necessarily associated with the company and having multiple, I think could be really impactful, especially to, male VCs that just don't get it, like the sort of feel like listening to people.
Yeah.
So having video, testimonials, the things that I look at most important, like just early on in a company's business is like this is going to be, especially in direct to consumer, it's going to be repeat rate, it's going to be net promoter score, and it's going to be AOV. And gross margin, because if you have really high gross margin and a high AOV, it's going to be really profitable on a contributed profit basis. If you already know average order size, you have repeat rate, you could probably have a range of like lifetime value per customer. I never like appendix in decks.
Okay.
Because either it's important in the deck or it's not.
Okay.
So you have 3 slides in here.
So one of the, just to be totally transparent with you, one of the reasons we created the appendix was so that we could put in this exit opportunity slide in here and keep it completely separate, so to speak, from the pitch, but also as like a understanding that this is what a lot of investors are thinking about. What's my exit? As a way to sort of initiate that thinking, because we have gotten the feedback of, all right, what's my exit opportunity here? Especially people who are unfamiliar with the beauty space. This has been helpful in moving the ball forward. But that being said, we don't need to include 3 slides. We could technically just include 1.
Yeah, because this other one slide looks good. This competitive landscape, especially if you had prices. I think that's a really important slide. And then this is your DNA.
Yeah, so being this early stage, we do get questions a lot around the brand and what the pillars of the brand are. So being able to define it on 4 core pillars has been
This is
helpful.
huge. This has to be in the deck too.
Okay.
I think this is really, this again, that's the same thing I said about the other thing. Like, this tells me how important you think it is.
Yeah.
Like, I want to believe that you are passionate about believing that these elements and attributes could really create a differentiated brand. I bet you do.
Yes.
But I bet you do. But if it's in the appendix, it doesn't come across that way. So
I'm
not sure exactly where to put it, but probably up soonish. It may not be, got to think about this. It's true the investors want to know about the exit, but it's a little bit of it. Sometimes you don't want to be too focused on the exit and have it in the deck and think that you're focused on the exit, but yet you want to have it as backup. I might consider, and I don't think it's terrible to have the one slide in the appendix if that's what you ultimately do, but you're going to use whatever the multiplier is in your deck to come up with sort of a size, market cap size of the opportunity as a foundation, and then going after the bigger market, what the market cap opportunity is, framing that up. And you could send the deck and then separately, like you've been doing, attach this. Maybe in the deck you have a little star that says, revenue multiplier from the latest, 8 sales average, whatever. And just put a little line in the bottom that says that. And then when you send it to them, say, on slide 5 of the deck, I referenced this. I just wanted to send this along. It also gives you a chance to write an email and explain anything else you want to say about the valuation, about the sort of the return on investment. Like, hey, remember, just want to remind you, like, you come in this round at this pre-money, post-money, look, we think at this exit, this, that. Remember, this could be something, this is a 20x for you. Here are the comps. Like, it gives you a little chance to, like, talk about that where you really can't in the deck get into that kind of thing, like what your return on investment is going to be and that sort of thing. I might consider that. Okay, no, that's very helpful. You have no appendix at all. It's just a nice tight deck. I don't know what your valuation is, and you don't have to say what it is, but I assume if you're raising 800, it's somewhere sub 10. It says a 5 million capped convertible note. So. So in order to 20x, I know you're going to probably raise more money, so you probably need to be at like 150 to 200 exit. But if you can show, then let's say 150 exit, and you're talking about 6x, that's 25 million in revenue. Right. Yeah, I mean, break it down for them just like that. Listen, we're talking about 25 million in revenue to create a $150 million business. That's a 20x return. Like, we can do 25 million with our eyes closed with this demo if we only get 5% of, that kind of thing. Yes. And just, no, that makes. And just and even when they say, oh, but it's not big, and you just, but like, it's there, but you don't have to believe that. You don't have to believe that. You just have to believe this. Right. Like, what do you need to believe? You know what I mean? Like, that would be how. You're convincing me. Yeah. that's how I would pitch it. No, I love that. We'll definitely think about reframing it. All right. Well, good luck. I really like the concept a lot. I think you're gonna do really well. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Good luck. Thank you.